Millions of Americans who depend on Social Security are waking up to urgent news, and it's something you can't afford to ignore. The SSA has just confirmed big changes to the October payment schedule.
That's right, and this is not a minor adjustment. If you're receiving SSI, SSDI, or retirement benefits, this update directly affects when your money will arrive in your account. We're talking about funds people rely on to pay rent, buy groceries, cover medical bills, the essentials of daily life.
And here's the part that has a lot of people upset. The announcement didn't come during regular hours. It was released late at night. That means many people woke up to confusion, wondering if their payment would arrive earlier, later, or even be delayed.
Exactly. And let's be clear, if you don't know about this adjustment right now, you could be caught completely off guard when October begins. It's not just about getting money a day or two earlier or later. For families living paycheck to paycheck, that shift can make or break the month.
That's why we're calling this more than an update. It's a survival guide to the new October Social Security timeline. Stay with us, because over the next few minutes, we're going to explain what has changed, who it impacts, and what you need to do immediately to stay ahead.
So let's start with the basics, because Social Security payments follow rules that sound simple but affect people in huge ways. SSI, that supplemental security income, usually comes on the first of the month. Retirement and disability benefits, on the other hand, are spread across the month depending on your birthday.
And those rules are exactly why small calendar quirks, like a holiday or a weekend, can suddenly change everything. It can push payments back or pull them forward, and for households trying to plan bills and medication refills, that difference is massive.
Here's the golden rule people need to remember. Whenever a scheduled payment date falls on a weekend or a federal holiday, the SSA issues the payment on the prior business day. That's how they avoid delays, but it does mean your money may show up earlier than usual.
And while earlier sounds good, it can be tricky. Take SSI, for example. If the first of the month lands on a Saturday, the SSA pushes the payment into the Friday before. That means you'll see money show up in your September balance. But here's the catch. No check will arrive in October. You'll have to make that early deposit stretch across the whole month.
Exactly, and that's a budgeting trap if you're not paying attention. Rent, medical expenses, groceries, none of those move earlier just because your check does. If you're not careful, you could find yourself short at the end of October.
For SSDI and retirement beneficiaries, the situation looks a little different. Those payments are tied to your birthday. Early month birthdays usually mean second week payments, mid-month birthdays get third week payments, and late month birthdays land in the fourth week. But in October, some of those dates overlap with holidays, which means checks are being shifted.
And that's why it's so important to look at the updated SSA calendar. The agency has already laid out the exact dates for October, but most people never check them until it's too late.
If you're listening to this right now, take a mental note. You need to confirm your date. Log into your My Social Security account, check the payment schedule, and mark it on your calendar. This is the clearest way to avoid surprises.
And don't just mark it down. Build a plan around it. Adjust your auto payments, set reminders, and make sure you're prepared for the shift. For people still relying on paper checks, the best step is switching to direct deposit. That way, you don't have to worry about postal delays.
Exactly. These are small moves that can prevent big problems. And that's what today's discussion is about. Protecting yourself from stress and financial strain by acting before the change catches you off guard.
With that foundation laid, let's transition into the details. From here, we'll walk through exactly how each group, SSI, SSDI, and retirees, will be impacted by the October payment timeline and what you need to do right now to stay ready.
Now that you understand the foundation of how these payment shifts happen, let's go deeper into what October actually looks like. First, for SSI recipients, the impact is the most noticeable. Your benefit is scheduled for the first of the month, but when that day collides with a weekend, the SSA pays it earlier. For October, that means your money might arrive at the very end of September instead. While that may look like a bonus at first glance, the reality is tougher. It leaves October without its own SSI payment. If you're not ready for that, you could end up running short before the month ends. This is exactly why planning is essential right now.
For retirees and SSDI beneficiaries, your payment date depends on your birthday, and in most months, that system works without any hiccups. But October is different. Certain Wednesdays fall near a federal holiday, which triggers the SSA's rule of moving the payment to the closest prior business day. If your birthday places you in the second or third week group, you may notice your check landing earlier than you expected. Again, it's not that the SSA is withholding money. It's about shifting the calendar so funds move smoothly. The key takeaway is this: you will get your money, but not necessarily on the exact date you've been used to.
This is where the SSA's online tools become incredibly important. If you already have a My Social Security account, you're ahead of the game. You can log in, see your scheduled payments, review your past deposits, and track any changes. If you don't have an account yet, consider creating one today. It takes only a few minutes, and it puts you in control of knowing your exact payment schedule instead of guessing. Remember, surprises in your budget can cause stress, but information gives you control. So, what practical steps should you take right now? Step 1. Write down the updated payment date and set reminders. Put one reminder a few days before so you can prepare, and another on the day itself so you can confirm when the deposit arrives. Step 2. Adjust your auto payments. If you know your check will come a day or two earlier, make sure any automatic bills won't hit your account before the deposit lands. Step 3. If you're still using paper checks, this is the time to switch. Direct deposit or the Direct Express card eliminates mail delays, reduces the risk of lost checks, and ensures your money is there the moment the SSA releases it. These are not just optional steps. They are safeguards for your financial stability. Let's also talk about scams, because every time there's an SSA update, the scammers show up. They prey on confusion, hoping to trick you into giving up your information. They'll call or text pretending to be the SSA, saying there's a problem with your October payment and you need to reconfirm your Social Security number or bank account. Let me be very clear. The SSA will never call, text, or email you to ask for that. They will never demand payment by gift card or pressure you into acting secretly. If you receive any such messages, delete them, hang up, and report them. Protect your identity, and remember that the only official source is ssa.gov or direct mail notices.
Now, what happens if your payment doesn't show up when expected? First, don't panic. If it's a paper check, delays can happen with the mail, so give it a few days. If it's direct deposit, check with your bank to confirm they didn't reject the deposit by mistake. If the money still isn't there, contact the SSA directly and open an inquiry. Keep records. Note the date you expected it, the communication you've received, and your bank statements. This will help the SSA resolve the issue more quickly. And if you absolutely need assistance while waiting, remember that local agencies, nonprofits, and community programs may be able to provide temporary support with essentials like food or utility bills.
Another important point: these October changes don't mean your benefits are at risk. The money is secure. What's changing is the timing, and timing matters. For many families, even a 2-day shift can mean scrambling to cover rent or waiting to refill prescriptions. That's why being proactive now is so important. Check the calendar, confirm your date, and plan accordingly. Here's a quick checklist you can follow to stay safe. Confirm your October payment date through your My Social Security account. Set 2 calendar reminders. Switch to direct deposit if you haven't already. Review your auto payments and watch out for scams. These 5 simple steps will keep you protected and ready. Finally, I want to stress this. Staying informed is the most powerful tool you have. Bookmark the SSA schedule page, check it before each new month, and share the information with family or friends who may not be as plugged in. A little preparation now saves a lot of stress later. So as we head into October, don't let the payment shifts catch you off guard. Act today, confirm your dates, prepare your budget, and protect your information. That's how you make sure your Social Security benefits continue to support you the way they're meant to. This update doesn't have to be a source of panic. With the right information and a few smart steps, you'll be ready for it.